Hello students, in the previous video we have seen few topics from similarity lesson. Now today we are going to see remaining topics of the same lesson. Topics are angle bisector theorem, the theorem of parallel lines and its transversal, then similarity tests of the triangles, then properties of similar triangles and the areas of similar triangles along with examples. So let us see. Okay students, today we are going to see the property of an angle bisector of a triangle. Before that, we will recall the definition of angle bisector. Angle bisector is a ray passing through the vertex of the angle which divides that angle into two equal halves. Here you can see this ray CE is an angle bisector of this angle ACB. Now we will read the statement of property of an angle bisector of a triangle. Statement: the bisector of an angle of a triangle divides the sides opposite to the angle in the ratio of their remaining sides. Now here given there is a one triangle, triangle ABC, and in that bisector of an angle C intersects seg AB in the point E. Means this is a bisector, this intersects this seg AB at a point E. Now here we have to prove AE upon EB is equal to CA upon CB. Here you can see this is AE and this is EB. This AE upon EB is equal to CA upon CB. Now for this proof we have to do one construction. It is given here. Draw a line parallel to ray CE. This is ray CE. To it we have to draw one line parallel to that ray CE passing through the point B, this one, and extend AC so that to intersect it at a point D. Means this AC we have to extend up to this point, that it should meet to this at point D. Now proof: here ray CE parallel to ray BD. By construction, this ray CE is parallel to ray BD by construction. When now this ray CE and BD, as these are parallel, you can see here there are two transversals. One transversal is transversal BC and second transversal is transversal AD. Now here when AD is a transversal, means this one. When this one is a transversal, you can see angle ACE is equal to CDB. You can tell me that reason of this is these are corresponding angles. Once again I will repeat, ACE is equal to CDB. These are corresponding angles because of this transversal AD. Now we will consider this BC as a transversal. When BC is a transversal, angle ECB is equal to angle CBD. Also you can tell me the reason that these are alternate angles for this transversal BC. Now we will give these two statements, number 1 and number 2. Means according to statement 1, angle ACE is equal to CDB and angle ECB is equal to CBD. Now you can see this, as this CE is an angle bisector, it is already told to us. As this is an angle bisector, these two angles are also same. Means ACE and ECB. Here angle ACE is equal to ECB because of this angle bisector. So from statement 1, statement 2 and statement 3, we can say that angle CBD is equal to CDB. Means this CBD is equal to CDB. Now in a triangle CBD, consider this triangle CBD. Now this is a isosceles triangle. As it is an isosceles triangle, these two angles are same, and because of this, these two sides are also congruent. Means this CB is equal to CD, as these are sides opposite to congruent angles. Now in a triangle ABD, consider this triangle ABD, this total triangle. In this CE is parallel to BD. It is by construction. As this CE parallel to BD, we can apply here BPT theorem, basic proportionality theorem. And according to basic proportionality theorem, AE upon EB is equal to AC upon CD. AE upon EB is equal to AC upon CD, and therefore we will give number 5 to this statement, and from 4 and 5 you can see here we are going to replace this CD by CB, so that we will get AE upon EB is equal to AC upon CB, means this AE upon EB is equal to AC upon CB. So the theorem is proved. Okay students, now we will solve one example depending upon the property of an angle bisector of a triangle. Now you can see this example, we will read it first. In a triangle ABC, this one, sec BD is bisects angle ABC. This is sec BD which bisects ABC, and here it is given AB is equal to x, BC is equal to x plus 5, AD is equal to x minus 2, and DC is equal to x plus 2, and here we have to find the value of x. Now given in a triangle ABC, sec BD bisects angle ABC and AB is equal to x, BC is equal to x plus 5, AD is equal to x minus 2, DC is equal to x plus 2. It is very important to write a given every time. Now to find the value of x. Now we will turn towards a solution. Now in a triangle ABC, ray BD bisects angle ABC. So by the property of angle bisector of the triangle, AB upon BC is equal to AD upon DC. It is written here. Now we are going to replace each one with the values. That is, instead of AB we will write x, then upon it x plus 5 is equal to x minus 2 upon x plus 2. This is one equation. Now we will solve it. Now send this x plus 2 to this side, it will become a numerator. This x plus 5 to that side, it will become a numerator. So x into x plus 2 is equal to first bracket x minus 2 into x plus 5. Now x into x, x square, x into 2x, x into 2, 2x. This is equal to x into x, x square, 2 minus 2 into x minus 2x, x into 5 plus 5x, and x into minus 2 minus 10. Now x square same, so gets cancelled. 2x is equal to 5x minus 2x, 3x minus 10. Now send this 3x to this side. 2x minus 3x is equal to minus 10, minus x is equal to minus 10, and therefore value of x is 10. Okay students, now we are going to learn most important theorem of this lesson, that is property of three parallel lines and their transversal. Now here at first we will read the statement. The ratio of the intercepts made on the transversal by three parallel lines is equal to the ratio of the corresponding intercepts made on any other transversal by the same parallel lines. Now here given line L parallel to line M parallel to line N. You can see here in this diagram, this is line L, this is line M, and this is line N. All these three lines are parallel to each other. Now this T1 and T2 are transversal. This one T1 is one transversal, T2 is another transversal. This transversal T1 intersects line in points A, B, C. This T1 intersects line L at A, line M at B, and line N at C. And this T2 intercepts line L at P, line M at Q, and line M at R. Now we have to prove that AB upon BC is equal to PQ upon QR. This AB upon BC is equal to PQ upon QR. Now for this proof, again we have to do one small construction, that is we have to join this point P and this C. This is construction joining P and C. And this PC intersects this line M at a point D. Now because of this construction, you can see in this diagram we got two triangles, that is CAP and PRC. So at first we will consider first triangle. In a triangle ACP, in this triangle it is already given that BD is parallel to this, BD is parallel to AP. Because of this we can apply again basic proportionality theorem here, because of which AB upon BC is equal to PD upon DC. This is our first statement. Then consider CPR. In this triangle also, this DQ is parallel to CR, and again here we can apply basic proportionality theorem, because of which this PD upon DC is equal to PQ upon QR. It is written here and it is a statement 2. Now again you have to watch these two statements. First one, we are saying that AB upon BC is equal to PD upon DC. And again we are saying that PD upon DC is equal to PQ upon QR. Means AB upon BC is equal to PQ upon QR, and it is proved. Okay students, now we are going to solve the example of a property of three parallel lines and its transversal. Now we will read the example first. For the given figure, if AB parallel to CD parallel to EF, then find X and AE. Now given line AB parallel to line CD parallel to line EF, and we have to find the value of X and AE. Now here you can see this is line AB, then line CD and line EF. All these three lines are parallel to each other, and here it is given that this FD, this part is 4, then this DB is 8, then CA is 12, and we have to find this part CE, that is X. Now by the property of three parallel lines and their transversal, you can see here BD upon DF is equal to AC upon CE. So we will substitute its values, that is 8 upon 4 is equal to 12 upon X. Now send this X to this side, send this 4 to that side, so that we will get 8 into X is equal to 12 into 4. Therefore X is equal to 12 into 4 upon 8. After reducing this fraction, we get the answer X is equal to 6. Now we want the value of AE. You can see here this is AE segment, which is made up of two parts, that is AC and CE. Therefore I have written here AE is equal to AC plus CE, but AC already given 12 and this CE is equal to X. We just now we have found that is X is equal to 6. Therefore replacing that values, AE is equal to 12 plus 6, therefore AE is equal to 18. So our answer is X is equal to 6 and AE is equal to 18. Okay students, now we are going to learn this topic, that is tests of similarity of triangles. Now at first I want to recall something from 8th standard. In 8th standard we have already learnt tests of congruency tests. All of you knows it very well, that there are so many congruency tests. Same type of tests are there, that is tests of similarity of triangles. For that, at first we will see what is similarity. Means for similarity of two triangles, their corresponding sides should be in the same proportion and their corresponding angles should be congruent. Means two conditions are there. First, sides should be in same proportion and angle should be congruent. Now you know that if we are considering two triangles, means 6 sides are there and 6 angles are there. But it is not necessary that all 6 sides and all 6 angles we have to check. Means instead of 6, only 3 specific conditions are fulfilled. The remaining conditions are automatically fulfilled. So for similarity of two triangles, only 3 specific conditions are sufficient, and group of such sufficient conditions are called tests of similarity. Now you can read here, there are 4 tests of similarity. First test is AAA test of similarity. Second one, AA test of similarity. Third one, SAS test of similarity. And fourth one, SSS test of similarity. So at first we will see what is AAA test. Now its full form is angle test. Now statement: for a given correspondence of vertices, when corresponding angles of two triangles are congruent, then the two triangles are similar. Now for this I have taken two triangles once again, that is first one is triangle ABC and second one is triangle PQR. Its correspondence is ABC to PQR. If angle A is congruent with angle P, angle B is congruent with angle Q and angle C is congruent with angle R, then triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. Okay, now this is second test of similarity, that is AA test. Its full form is angle test. Statement: when two angles of one triangle are congruent to two corresponding angles of another triangle, then this is sufficient for similarity of two triangles. Now here students, you will ask me that at first teacher you taught us that three angles A tests, then why you are teaching us that only two angles are sufficient? Now its description is like this. For a given correspondence of vertices, when two angles of a triangle are congruent to two corresponding angles of another triangle, then the remaining angle of the first triangle is automatically congruent to the remaining angle of the second triangle. Means here, for example, if angle A is 50, angle P is 50, angle B is 60, angle Q is 60, then automatically last angle, that is angle C, is 70 and angle R is also 70. To make its addition of three angles 180. Means it is sufficient only to show only two angles congruent. Then test third, that is SAS test. Full form of it is side angle side test. Statement: for a given correspondence of vertices of two triangles, if two pairs of corresponding sides and in the same proportion and the angles between them are congruent, then the two triangles are similar. Now here again I have taken two triangles. First triangle is triangle KLM and second is RST. Now in this triangle KLM, this angle KLM, this one, is congruent with RST, means these both angles are same. Then the side KL and LM is proportion with RS and ST. This KL upon RS is equal to LM upon ST by 2 by 3. You can see their measures are KL is equal to 1, RS is equal to 1.5, KLM is equal to 2 and ST is equal to 3. And because of this triangle KLM is similar with the triangle RST. Now students, we are going to see the last test of this similarity, that is SSS test, side test. Statement: for a given correspondence of vertices of two triangles, if two pairs of corresponding sides are in the same proportion with the angles between them are congruent, then the two triangles are similar. Once again, I have drawn two triangles here, triangle XYZ and triangle PQR. You can see here, side XY is similar with side QR. This side XY is similar with side QR. Side YZ, this YZ is similar with this PQ, and side XZ is similar with this side PR. Because of this, I have written the similarity like that. Triangle XYZ is similar with the triangle RQP. Purposely I have done this as you have to change the name of the triangle according to the correspondence. Okay. Then we are going to see the properties of similar triangles. There are three properties of similar triangles. First one is reflexivity, second one symmetry, and third one transitivity. Now we will see it properly, that what is reflexivity. Reflexivity is every triangle is similar to itself. Therefore, if triangle ABC is similar to triangle ABC, then ABC is similar to ABC. Then second one is symmetry. Symmetry means if first triangle is similar to second triangle, then second triangle is similar to first one. You can see here, if triangle ABC is similar with triangle DEF, then triangle DEF is similar with triangle ABC. Now third property is transitivity. According to transitivity, if first triangle is similar to second triangle is similar to third triangle, then third triangle is and first triangle are also similar. Here, if triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF and triangle DEF is similar with triangle GHI, then triangle GHI is similar with triangle ABC. Okay students, now we are going to solve the example depending upon the tests of similarity of the triangles. Now you can see in this example, in the figure, angle ABC is equal to 75 degrees, angle EDC is equal to 75 degrees, and state which two triangles are similar and by which test. Now you can see here there is big triangle ABC in which this angle B is 75 degree, and this smaller triangle inside it, that is DEC, in which angle D is 75 degrees. Now here we have to show which two triangles are similar and what is the test. So consider triangle DCE and triangle BAC. Now in this, angle CDE is 75 degree, which is equal to CBA. Which one? 75 degree. Then angle DCE is equal to BCA, because this is a common angle C, and because of this AA test fits here. Therefore triangle DCE is similar with triangle BCA by AA test of similarity. Now students, we are going to see the last theorem of this similarity lesson, first lesson, that is theorem of areas of similar triangles. Statement: when two triangles are similar, the ratio of areas of those triangles is equal to the ratio of the squares of their corresponding sides. Now given triangle ABC is similar to PQR. These two triangles are there which are given already similar. Then this AD perpendicular to BC and PS perpendicular to QR. Now we have to prove that area of a triangle ABC upon area of a triangle PQR is equal to AB square upon PQ square is equal to BC square upon QR square is equal to AC square upon PR square. Now for this proof, at first we have to take the ratio of these two similar triangles areas. Now you know that the area of a triangle is equal to 1/2 base into height, 1/2 gets cancelled, and base into height is our actually the formula. Therefore area of a triangle ABC is equal to BC upon AD, and area of a triangle PQR is QR upon PS. This is your height and base, and therefore their ratio is BC upon QR into AD upon PS. This is our statement number 1. Now for this proof we have to consider two triangles. At first we will consider this triangle ABD, smaller triangle, and triangle PQS. Now in these two triangles it is already given that angle B is equal to angle Q. Then ADB is equal to angle PSQ, as both are 90 degree, and therefore by AA test this triangle ABD is similar with triangle PQS. Now because of this we can take its ratios, that is AD upon PS is equal to AB upon PQ. AD upon PS is equal to AB upon PQ. This is statement number 2. Again we are going to consider these full triangles, that is triangle ABC similar with triangle PQR, and because of this AB upon PQ is equal to BC upon QR. Now you can see this is statement number 2, this is statement number 3. According to statement number 2 we are telling that AD upon PS is equal to AB upon PQ. According to statement number 3 we are telling that AB upon PQ is equal to BC upon QR. Means by transitivity here we can replace this AD upon PS by BC upon QR. You can see here already I have replaced this AD upon PS with BC upon QR. Therefore BC into BC, BC square, QR into QR, QR square. Therefore area of a triangle ABC upon area of a triangle PQR is equal to BC square upon QR square. In the same way we can show it that it is equal to AB square upon PQ square, which is equal to AC square upon PR square. Now students, we are going to solve one example depending upon the theorem of the areas of similar triangles. At first we will read the example, that is triangle LMN is similar to triangle PQR, and also one relation is given that 9 area of a PQR is equal to 16 area of a triangle LMN, and if QR is 20, find MN. Now solution: triangle LMN is similar with triangle PQR, it is given. Also we will write that relation, that is 9 into area of a triangle PQR is equal to 16 into area of a triangle LMN. Now send this element to this side and send this 9 to that side, they will become denominators. Therefore area of a triangle PQR upon area of a triangle LMN is equal to 16 upon 9. This is statement number 1. But according to the theorem of areas of similar triangle, actually area of a triangle PQR upon area of a triangle LMN are equal to QR square upon MN square. Means we can take both these equal. Therefore from statement 1 and 2, QR square upon MN square is equal to 16 upon 9. Now taking square root of both sides, we get QR upon MN is equal to 4 upon 3. But already it is given that QR is equal to 20. So replace this QR with 20. That 20 upon MN is equal to 4 upon 3. Now send this MN to that side and 4 upon 3 to this side. Therefore MN is equal to 20 into 3 upon 4. After reducing this, we get MN is equal to 15. Okay students, today we have learned 5 topics from first lesson. First is angle bisector theorem, second one is theorem of parallel lines and its transversal, then similarity tests, after that properties of similar triangles, and last one is the property of areas of similar triangles. We have learned all these topics with examples. I hope all of you understood it very well. Now to get more videos, you have to subscribe our Sangli Shikshan Sanstha's YouTube channel, and for the notification of videos you have to press a bell icon. Thank you.